All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Hey.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Switch. Check 31. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check.
Hustle.
Shit. Watch twist.
22 jet bomber.
Alert flare.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Jam. Watch the edge. Check 3.
Hey, orbit.
Alert 3. Slam.
Blue draw corkers.
Check 6 guys. You go tight. You got tight right there. Big edge.
49. Check 49.
Shoot. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
Check.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Check it out.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Vikings' 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Alpha.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We take a win.
Second and 9 now. Looking long for his tight end read. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 24, check 24. He's coming. We got double up. Check.
Protein spill.
Kill. Switch.
Fight.
They begin the drive with Williams.
Check it back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Oh,
At
yeah.
the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
General West.
Sponge. No. Back. Slam.
Yo, go. Smooth.
Quick the edge.
Hey, rocket to go.
Williams. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Set.
50's the mark.
Now.
Check 50.
Slam.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go.
Their 48-yard line.
Mike 55.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Ready.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Get it.
They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, Echo.
Here we go with Williams. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. Monroe. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Let's go, team.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check safety. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Curtis Samuel, 27 yards. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Look at me, zipper.
Let's go, Mike. 50.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Delta.
Watch it, fire. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Sanders. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Come on, set. 90,
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try to push it across the end zone that way.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On second down now, Monroe. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's go now. Yeah, you team on it. You team on it.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that...
And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just hit it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check 99. Check 3. Check 3.
On second down, Monroe. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Monroe. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3.
Yep.
Key eight. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
5.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return is Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Back to throw here. And this one complete to Reed. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check. Fresno. Check 52. Showing up. Watch the ship. Hey,
On first down, Monroe. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass.
What's that? Check Mike 54.
Rip left.
Under 10.
Check 9.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Interception all day, baby.
Second down pass. Intercepted.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you. Check.
Hey, watch it. Whip.
They try again with Cohen.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
Check 4.
Under 4.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
SOS.
2nd and 10. It's caught. This is White. It's a gain of 35. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey! Hey, Alpha. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 41. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Hey.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
56. 56. Check 56.
Smooth.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Monroe, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Monroe. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the edge. Check 3, check 3.
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
He'll drop to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Tighten up, tighten up. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Slam.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Any weapon. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm coming. You go tight. Set up.
They'll try the left side. Monroe. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Curtis Samuel, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one.
It's caught inside the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 54 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A give to Williams, running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Shift, shift. Check.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Check. 53 from my 53 from my. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, man. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, zoom.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And Rosas pulled it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
And the Vikings first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, let's get there. Check it out, Reed.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Time to go. Night. Rush in.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now.
Now Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Coming up on a 3rd and 9, opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now a first throw here in overtime. He hits White, complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Now a give, right side. Monroe. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This is Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Check 26. Check the backer. Check the backer. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Out.
On second down now. It's Cohen. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Back. Slam. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try to left side. Monroe. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some